We've got some KMACtion coming your way live and free from Centerburg tonight, where the Trojans will look to stay undefeated against East Knox, fresh off of their first win of the season. It's boys high school hoops on a Tuesday night, and it's on the way next.
Knox is the third place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center, where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. TAC encourages youth to stand up for themselves and maintain healthy relationships among their peers. TAC empowers members with confidence to use their voice for positive change, enhance their leadership skills, and plan and coordinate events. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
KMAC rivals East Knox and Centerburg set to square off tonight in boys hoops. It's live, it's free, and it all starts right now. Good evening, folks, and welcome here inside of a beautiful gym at Centerburg High School. My name is Brian Skronsky, joined by our new famous intern, Austin Michael, tonight, who is making his commentator debut. And we've got a good one. We got the Dogs fresh off of their first win of the season, looking to build some momentum. They just got a nice dub over Northmore the other night, Austin. So, you know, this is a team looking to take the next step. They need a couple of victories. It's going to be a tough game tonight, but of course it always helps having that momentum coming off of a victory.
Absolutely. I mean, having one of those wins, it really boosts the confidence throughout the season, and, you know, hopefully keeping that momentum going so they can rank higher in the league.
Certainly a big one here in the KMAC, where Centerburg is 2-0, off to an undefeated start, as we mentioned, led by their All-Ohioan Carter Jones, who just went over 1,000 points. And on the other side, there's Shane Knepp, who was our player of the game the other night. Standout performance for him in the victory over the Golden Knights, so they're certainly going to look to lean on him along with Weston Mielik tonight. Their two top scorers, both of them averaging in double figures. And there is the aforementioned Carter Jones, 1,000-point scorer, and you know, at 6'5", with the polished skill set that he has, yeah, imagine the Trojans going to be looking to get it to him in the paint a bunch tonight.
Absolutely. 1,000 points is a great milestone and a pretty hard thing to do when you're in high school, so a big guy like that in the paint can be very dangerous.
6'2" junior, Alex Johnson.
Carter leading the way, but few studs, of course, on the Centerburg team. Alex Johnson, the last one that was just mentioned, shooting 53% in the paint so far this season. Look to try to get some key scoring from him. Levi Hauk, 86% on the year when he is getting inside the painted area. So they do have some potent scores, some deadly basketball players when they can get close to the rim. We'll see if the Bulldogs are able to slow them down and keep them out of the lane tonight. Opening tip goes to the Trojans. And here's McMead all the way to the cup. Looked like they were going to get a quick two. Instead, it's a one and done. The board to Shane Knepp. Mielek quick trigger. So 2 possessions, 2 one and done so far as Jones attacks. And he's going to draw the foul against the Bulldogs. It's going to go against Sam Whitney, the junior forward. Foul on the floor. Jones from the elbow, backs it out. Looking to establish Johnson down on the block. Goes up over a double team. He missed it. And the board to Mielek. Bulldogs will be really patient here in their half-court set. Mielek off the bounce, lost the handle. See the quick hands of the Trojans. And they're going to force the first turnover here of tonight's contest. Trojans swing it, and it's picked off. Knepp has to pick up his dribble. Finds Mielek, another open three, and this time he buries it. First points of the night go to Weston Mielek and the Bulldogs. Centerburg get an open three. It's Isaiah Reynolds, and he matches at the other end. Trojans applying some full court pressure here. Looks like a 1-2-2. Be trapping the Bulldogs all over the floor. East Knox, solid job of breaking the pressure. Now they look to establish their half-court set. Knepp calls for a screen, then goes the other way. Whitney to the corner. Knepp drives baseline, got cut off. Sets up an open three from the top, and Jacobs connects. So 3 possessions, 3 straight triples here, Austin. A lot of stuff going on from the land of 3 right now.
Absolutely.
Centerburg was able to match it on their last possession. Now they go inside Jones, and the pretty picture right there, painted with the left hand. Lester threw it away, tried to squeeze it inside to Mielek there in the middle of the floor. Griffith off the bounce, goes off the square. Gives the Trojans their first lead of the night. Dogs this time handle the press as Whitney bounce past the Knepp. Now Shane's going to back it out. East Knox will reset. And it's another turnover for the Bulldogs. Back-to-back giveaways now. 3 of them so far here in the early going. Not even quite halfway through the first quarter, where it's the Trojans on top, 7-6. There's Mielik taking it away for the Dogs and then draws the foul at the other end. It's Reynolds picking up the personal. Line formation for the Dogs. And we're going to get a push off, so yet another East Knox turnover. Starting to pile up a little bit now. And that's certainly not going to be a recipe for success for them here on the road, Austin, that plagued them in their first couple of games and losses. Going to have to take care of that basketball. Tell me something I don't know. Mead inside, Jones drawing a lot of attention, step back and the lefty buries the J. Last 3 buckets now going to the Trojans. Lester with a dribble handoff, gets it to Mielik. Going right at Jones, blows by him, but he's going to be called for a travel. 4 straight possessions now ending in turnovers for the Dogs. Now under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter on our Webb's marathon scoreboard. Foul away from the basketball. It's going to be an illegal screen against Centerburg. Mead picking up his first foul. And a timeout taken by the Trojans. Head coach John Marhefka wants to talk things over with his guys. What are you seeing out there, Austin, now 5 minutes into the action?
They're both pretty equally matched, but as we can see, the East Knox Bulldogs are very bad with, well, not very bad with their turnovers, but they really need to get that figured out and get a more organized offense so they can keep those numbers down, because they're giving Centerburg all of their possessions with the turnovers. But it'll be very crucial. The team that plays the most defense is going to come out on top in this one because they're very offensively matched evenly.
Trojans right now making the most of their defensive pressure, forcing the Dogs into quite a few careless mistakes here in the early going. See if Mielik and company can't clean it up, as looks like he's got a bloody nose going already, so always physical in the KMAC. Hard physical play in the paint. Nice ball movement by East Knox. But even better hand placement there by Levi Hauk to disrupt that. Looked like East Knox was going to get an easy one. Nepta inbound. Gets it to Mielik. Defender fell down. So Lester, pull-up jumper, hand in his face off the mark. Rebound ripped down by Hauk. Now Griffith out to the corner. Hauk missed everything. Landed right in the lap of Bates. Nep matched up with Mead. Sends it off to Peyton. They're going to establish him down on the block. Up and under move. So the Dogs with a nice 2. Griffith inside. Jones, he's a handful. That one spun out on him. And Mielik looked like it might have gone off his foot, but the official right there Awards East Knox the basketball. Turnover number 6 for the Dogs. At least, though, for East Knox right now, a lot of their misery in terms of the giveaways, as the Trojans repay the favor right there, have not led to easy baskets going the other way, so it at least has not been killing them with easy layups going the other way. Hounding defense once again, though, by the Trojans. Forces another unforced error. Jones, 3-ball, unloads. Offensive rebound. Gregory, he puts it up off the mark. Gets another opportunity. Mielek took it away down low, but called for the foul. Officials say it's a shooting foul, so Jack Gregory steps up to the line and calmly rattles in the first. Gregory just 1 of 2 from the charity stripe entering tonight's game, and he'll do just that on this trip. Now shooting 50% for the season. But does extend the Trojans' lead out to 10-8 as we're under 60 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and boy, has it been sloppy for East Knox. Really struggling to handle that full court pressure. Up fake by Hall, now kick out. 3 from Gregory. Spun out, ripped down by Mielek. Knepp, beautiful crossover. He kicks it to the corner for Whitney. His 3 just a bit too strong. Meade skip pass, Hauk, quick trigger. Jump ball is the call. Possession arrow belongs with the Dogs, so they'll keep it. Just under 22 ticks remaining here. Now down to 10 as Whitney goes baseline. Nice feed. Shot won't fall there for Bates. Last chance here for the Trojans. Shot from Meade at the horn from straight away. Cash money.
Man.
Big shot at the horn for the Trojans. Extends their lead to 5 at the end of 1. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching live and free high school basketball exclusively on the OH Report.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
Second quarter action underway here from Centerburg, where in the opening seconds, it's a good look inside for the Trojans. Alex Johnson drawing a foul against these Knox. 14th foul now against the Dogs. Off the drive, Levi Hauk. Nice bounce pass setup.
Beautiful.
And it rattles home for Johnson. Biggest lead of the night now for Centerburg. It's 15-8. Dogs have really been in a slump here offensively. They get an open look this time though, but Knepp can't connect. Mielik there to clean up the mess. He'll go to the line and one. Mielik now with 5 points. Cannot get the 6th. Now Hall kick to the corner, wide open look. Colton Martin halfway home, offensive rebound. And that one stuck home. Alex Johnson again. So the lead pushed back up to 7 as Knepp draws a double team. Nice look, wide open. Weston Mielik.
Broke him.
Centerburg showing their depth right now. Quite a few bench players right now out on the floor and holding their own. Here's one of them, Martin. Swings it to Hauk. Baseline drive from Hall. And he draws the foul and gonna head to the line for 2. Carter Jones checking back into the mix, as does Terry Jacobs for the Dogs. And Hall with an empty trip to the stripe. Dogs with the rebound. This allows them to get into their offense more freely. Don't have to worry about the full court press now of Centerburg. Foul's going to be assessed to Jones on the floor. Just his first. East Knox, of course, would love to get Carter Jones in foul trouble, send him over to the bench. Knepp, jump stop. Pump fake. Leaves a wide open Peyton Lester. Can't come through, but Jacobs is there. Another opportunity now for East Knox. Defender lost their footing, so Terry Jacobs calmly knocks down the 2-pointer. Centerburg, though, matches with a 3 at the other end. Dogs had been doing a good job of taking care of the basketball here in the second quarter until then. Then Martin called for the travel. Tonight's high school basketball broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors, Knox Community Hospital, elevating care. Visit kch.org to put your health first. RE/MAX of Centerburg, your hometown agent, Tyler Griffith. Find or list your home by calling 740-625-6000. Well done getting in the passing lane right there by Hall. Could not keep it in bounds, though, so the Dogs will maintain possession. Trailing 20-4, 14. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Brian Skronsky with you, along with Austin Michael, chiming in every now and again, making his broadcast debut tonight. Our new intern, been keeping stats for us here the last couple of weeks. We certainly appreciate the job that he has done, trying to keep us up to speed. And how many turnovers is it for East Knox now? What are we looking at? As they knock down a 3, though.
We're looking at 9 turnovers for East Knox right now, most of them being from offensive fouls.
When they have been able to get in their offense, East Knox has been pretty productive, as you saw right there, the sophomore Carson Steinmetz with the 3. Second opportunity here, and it's going to be the second foul on Jones. Got a little bit too physical in the lane. And it's going to be decision time now for Coach Marefka if he wants to keep him out on the floor. And it looks like he's sending a couple of players over to the scores table. Probably have to take Jones out of the contest, and he's been held in check, just 4 points so far. East Knox have done a nice job on him defensively, and we'll see if he has to sit for the last 4:09 here with the Trojans on shot right now. Slight lead. But this is where they've done a lot of their damage, is forcing turnovers. Not this time, though. Mielek misfires, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds off the hands of Wheeler.
Definitely would have been a highlight play there if he had made that.
Good look, Lester. Too strong off glass. Here comes the Berg, pressing back the other way. But they give it away off the foot of Hauk. Knepp into the forecourt, dishes it over to Steinmetz. Trojans now sitting back in a man-to-man. See how East Knox elects to go after him. It's always a good decision. Get it down on the block to your top scorer, Mielek, though he missed that one at point-blank range. Trojans swing it. Nice movement side to side. Hauk, pull-up jumper spun out. Knepp double teamed, and the kick out off target.
Just a little bit.
Knepp looking to apply some pressure. Lester was waiting there at half court for the trap. Feed inside, and fouled on the shot is Alex Johnson. He'll head to the line for 2. Johnson having a rough season at the charity stripe so far this year. 4 of 11, just 36%. Make it 4 of 12 now. Misses them both. But Reynolds able to sky up, pull down the offensive board. And it looks like that's going to be team foul number 7. Give him a shot at a 1-and-1. Reynolds with 7 offensive rebounds on the year. It's his first trip to the free throw line, though. Can't earn a second, but another offensive rebound. Possession arrow, though, to the Dogs. Still just a 3-point game. It seems like we've been stuck on the score 20-17 here for a while. Double team comes at Lester. So aggressive trapping up top has been Centerburg all night. Leads to a J here from Milik. Second opportunity created by Whitney. Skip past the net. He drives baseline, cut off. Milik, another opportunity. Can't cash in again. Jump ball. Centerburg's going to maintain possession here. Clock continues to run. It should be stopped. And the officials will reset to 2:04. As East Knox looks like they're going to get into some full court pressure here. Hauk just clears him out. Now throws a dangerous pass, but it's right on the money. Missed, though, by Gregory in the lane. Lester with the fake, now back over to Knepp. And that's been the pass that has been causing East Knox all sorts of problems. They have turned it over, looking for that center cutoff man, probably 4 or 5 times so far. Whitney to the corner, leads to Jacobs. He misfires from downtown. And the scoring slump continues for both sides. Foul on the floor. Will lead to a 1-and-1, though. So Hauk will get an opportunity here for some points. He's just 2 for 5 from the line so far this season. Buries the first. Knepp off the drive, fakes. Nice take, but it's spun out. Back the other way, it's going to be a travel called against Landon Griffith. Junior had lost the ball anyways. It's now just under 55 seconds to go here, opening half. Dogs looking to end their scoring drought. It's been probably about 4 minutes since East Knox last changed the scoreboard. An aggressive drive here from Weston Mielix, going to put him on the line. First one is good. Mielik with 8 of the Dogs' 18 so far. He averages just a skosh under 11 points per game. Dogs leading rebounder and almost 7 per contest. Bit of a wild drive there, leads to a turnover for Centerburg, so back-to-back giveaways now. As Hall lost the handle off the drive. And the Bulldogs here, they can hold for the last shot. Just a one-possession game, and it seems like, you know, they've really struggled to score offensively. A lot of turnovers, they're double figures there. But very much in this game, a chance to tie or at least pull within 1 here before the break. 2-man game, Mielik and Lester. Goes the other way, 3-ball, back iron. Pulled down by Reynolds. At the horn, it's Hall. He comes up short, but that's going to take us to the end of 2 with the Trojans on top, 21-18. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. Talk things over here at halftime, what we saw in the first half. Get you ready for the last 2 quarters of play. It's live and free high school basketball, exclusively on the OH Report.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. TAC encourages youth to stand up for themselves and maintain healthy relationships among their peers. TAC empowers members with confidence to use their voice for positive change, enhance their leadership skills, and plan and coordinate events. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
Knox is the 3rd place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
You're watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report. We are the future of local sports. Now back to your game. It's halftime here at Centerburg, where after 2 quarters of play, we've got the Trojans on top 21-18. Brian Skronsky, Austin Michael with you here from the Berg. And I think obviously the story right there for East Knox, certainly in the first quarter, was just too many turnovers. They cleaned it up a little bit there in the second quarter, but offensively it was a struggle for both sides. Jones at least had to go over to the bench for Centerburg, so it kept the Bulldogs in the game. But if they want to stay in this one here on the road, they just got to clean up the mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. They had, at the end of the first half, they had 10 turnovers. Their passing was, I wouldn't say pretty sloppy, but there were a couple of errors being made. But you got to give kudos to Centerburg. Their defense and their full court defense has been immaculate. They have been putting all the stops to keep them to, arm's reach in scoring.
Definitely, you got to be impressed with the full court pressure that they've displayed. Quick hands, they really get after the basketball too. So I would agree. You got to give more credit probably to Centerburg than East Knox for the turnover problems that they've had so far in this game. But on the other side, they haven't been shooting the ball very well either. So while the Dogs have given it away a lot, Centerburg hasn't made them pay either.
Yeah. Number 10, he's been doing pretty good from the three, but they just keep taking bad shots. He just pulls whenever he kind of wants, and he's hit like maybe 2 or 3 of them, but they need to just get their shot selection down packed.
It's definitely been the balance scoring. A whole lot of guys for Centerburg, and they did go pretty deep into their bench there. Jones is the only player that's really in foul trouble. A lot of players 3 points, 4 points, so they haven't had that go-to premier player as of yet. We'll see if that changes here in the second half, if they can get something going. And for the Dogs, it's pretty much been Mielek too offensively. They're going to have to find some other hot hands.
Absolutely. They have a couple of good point guards that are getting open looks, but it's just the shot selection has been pretty rough. But Centerburg is playing amazing defense, so gotta give it to them.
We're going to take one more quick timeout. We'll be back here at the Berg. Get you ready for quarter number 3. It's high school basketball on a Tuesday night. It's always live and free here on the OH Report. Stay tuned.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. TAC encourages youth to stand up for themselves and maintain healthy relationships among their peers. TAC empowers members with confidence to use their voice for positive change, enhance their leadership skills, and plan and coordinate events. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
Knox is the third place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
You're watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report. We are the future of local sports. Now back to your game.
Getting in the Christmas spirit here at Centerburg as we're less than a minute away from third quarter action. 'Tis the season, Austin, and this is the best time of year, is it not?
It definitely is.
Got some snow on the ground. Miracles happen every day, it just seems, in the month of December. Beautiful times.
Not a fan of the snow when I'm driving, of course, but it's nice scenery when the roads are nice and iced over. Not nice, salted.
A lot of lights we noticed in Centerburg on the homes when we were driving into town, so the Christmas spirit is certainly in the air here, and the Bulldogs would love to smash some of that here in the second half, see if they can't get some of their own. Take it back with them to Howard, Ohio, where they just wrapped up their first win of the season. Looking to make it 2 in a row, while Centerburg trying to make it 3 straight. Brian Skronsky here with you on the call with Austin Michael. And here's Jones starting the second half and establishing himself right away. Beautiful look. And that's what they were missing. Carter Jones sat out the last 4 minutes and change of that second quarter with 2 fouls, and you see what a difference maker he can be, the 6'5" senior. Tough foul against the Trojans here. I believe it's going to go against Griffith. It's going to be his first. Nearly had a 10-second violation against the Bulldogs before that. Now Centerburg sitting back, playing man-to-man. Well, I shouldn't say sitting back. I mean, they really come out after you. Pull-up jumper good, though, from Jacobs. But racing back the other ways. Trojans looking to get into their offense. And Jones called for the travel. So he tried to make the quick move into the paint. Two-2-1 full court pressure. Gave the dog fits in that first half. Break it this time, though. Then get it back into the hands of Knepp. Off the handoff, Knepp found himself open. Surprised he didn't elect to take the shot. Now Malik Will off the pull-up. Way too strong that time. Rebound to Meade. Jones squeezed it in. Johnson missed it. And it's one and done for the Trojans. Knepp off the drive, little hesitation, kick out. And the jumper, pure from Whitney.
They're definitely looking alive here in the third quarter.
Pulling to within a single point here. First basket of the night for Sam Whitney. But back at the other end, 3-ball falls for Meade. Gives him 6 points. As Knepp with the head of steam, fakes to the corner and draws the foul. Aggressive play right there for Shane Knepp, Dogs' leading scorer. Checking in at 11 points per game on the season. Officials offering some verbal warnings, it seems, there to Mick Meade. Not 100% sure why. shortens the gap down to just 2. Just about 2.5 minutes gone by here, quarter number 3. Jones off the bounce. Bell out. Whitney evidently hit him with the body. So Carter Jones with the first of 2. Cash is the first. Centerburg as a whole, not a great free throw shooting team. 43% on the year. Jones, one of their better shooters at 57%. But a pure 100 right there. Lester being harassed the whole way by Johnson. Steps through and gets a shot blocked at the rim. Sent back by Reynolds. Lane opens up and taking advantage. Levi Hauk end to end. Six points now for the junior. Gregory back into the mix. A lot of juniors on this team. Jones, the lone senior on the squad. 3 sophomores, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 juniors. Trojans match their largest lead here of the night, on top by 7. Nice cut by Whitney inside. Won't fall. But he'll have 2 shots on the way. Foul assessed to Hauk. 3rd team foul on Centerburg. Junior comes up short on the first. And the second won't fall either. Mielek nearly pulled down an offensive rebound. Dogs had just 2 of those in the first half. Well off the mark there. Overshot everything, did Gregory. And then a travel as Hauk lost his footing. Whitney with the handoff, Mielek. Dogs moving it side to side. Leads to a wide open look, but Weston Mielek has not shot the ball well tonight. He's got 8 points to lead the Dogs, but I don't think he's cashed one in from 3 yet. Offensive board, missed shot. Jones with another opportunity, and the lefty puts this one home. Timeout, East Knox. As the Trojans starting to take over. Centerburg crushing it in the rebounding battle tonight. They've got how many rebounds so far, Austin?
According to my little stat taking, they have 22 rebounds so far, offensive and defensive combined.
A lot of those have come in the paint at the offensive end as well. Had 5 offensive boards in the first half. East Knox going to have to keep them off of the glass here. They want to try to get back into this, trailing by the largest margin of the night. 9-point differential. As you see the All-Ohioan there wearing number 0 in white. Starting to feel it a little bit. Jones, the first player in double-figure scoring, and just hasn't played a ton of minutes either. Certainly didn't in the first half. Has played the full 4 minutes and change here in the third and has been a large difference maker.
He's been a great defensive addition in this second half.
Yeah, you think of him as such a great offensive threat, over 1,000 points, but defensively is where he really can leave his mark, as can Meade. Coast to coast, takes it end to end. Centerburg's got the Dogs on the ropes, gasping for air now. As the pressure defense continues to mount. Leads to another turnover. And here comes Reynolds. Flies in for another easy one. Trojans weren't able to do this in the first half, even though they caused the Dogs double-digit turnover problems.
Ooh.
Starting to find some easy ones now here in the third.
Floor seems to be a little slippery tonight.
3 straight giveaways now by East Knox, and Centerburg deserves all the credit. Hauk baseline outside. Jones back to him. 3 ball is pure. Trojans starting to run away with it. It was a 1-score differential at the half. They have blown the top off here in the third. 16-point cushion for Centerburg. Meade's going to hand over to the bench. Draws a lot of applause here from the home cheering section. See head coach Ryan Powell there for the Bulldogs. He's got to figure something out. Haven't seen too many ball screens here for East Knox. And with this pressure, the Centerburg's been able to apply that. Might be the strategy that they try to implement. They do right here, 2-man game with Jacobson Knepp. Now Mielek into the paint, and he will end the drought. First bucket in a long while for the Dogs. And it comes with just over a minute to play here in the third. Centerburg gives it back. Hauk off the drive, lost the handle. 30-second timeout. It's going to be taken by Powell and company. So I think he senses right now that this is a big stretch for them. They just got the bucket. They'd love to have another one here, Austin, and potentially chance for more.
Mm-hmm. Trojans have definitely taken over after the half, offensively and defensively. But there's still a little bit of sloppiness with the turnovers. But if the Trojans keep up the pressure, they'll definitely win this game.
.108 remains here in the third quarter. Now it's going to be full court man-to-man assessed here by the Trojans. Lester able to break it. Hands off now to Knepp. A lot of standing around here by the Bulldogs offensively. Mielik goes baseline. Poked away and last touched by Mielik. Sophomore Steinmetz checks in here for East Knox for the last 40 seconds. Whitney over to the bench. And Centerburg, the last few possessions have been a little bit sloppy. Mielik, tough shot over Jones. Bit ill-advised right there. But he gives it away. Carter Jones. Tipped by Lester, back at the other end. Bucket and the harm. So Peyton Lester with a chance to trim it down to just an 11-point differential when it looked like the Bulldogs were going to get blown off the map here. Slowly starting to ease their way back into it. Can't capitalize on the free throw. Meade observes the floor. Now he pulls up at the horn, and it's off the mark. So at the end of three, it's a 12-point cushion for Centerburg, 40-28. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter action on the way, live and free on the OH Report.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
Fourth quarter all set to begin here at Centerburg, where East Knox, tough task on their hands now, trailing by a dozen on the road after a huge third quarter there by Centerburg, creating some separation. And this is how they have done it. The pressure defense leading to offense. Here's a good look. This time the three won't go, but another second opportunity. Reynolds with the offensive board, gets it to Jones, get out the way. Two with a chance for one more to come.
Jones lines up for the first free throw. It's up, and it is no good.
Lester off the drive, cut off baseline. Mielik goes to the floor, nice hustle play just to maintain possession. See if the Dogs can do anything with it. Needing to score on just about every possession here in this fourth quarter. It's going to need to be virtually flawless, and that won't help. Offensive foul. Wheeler set his feet, got ran over, and it's another turnover for East Knox.
Offensive fouls have definitely been killing East Knox tonight.
14-point lead here for the Trojans.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wheeler with the travel. Some sweet looking socks being sported by Carson Steinmetz. Who brings it here in between the circles, being harassed a bit. And then poked away by Mead. Neb went down to the floor to try to save it in bounds, and probably a good thing that Jacobs couldn't keep it in play there, because it would have been an easy one heading the other way for the Trojans. But again, it's another turnover for the Dogs. 18 turnovers now?
Yeah, not looking so hot on the turnover end.
Here comes Nepp, 3-on-4. Foul on the floor. Hauk with the push. And with just over 6 minutes to go, it's time to start thinking of who our Remax of Centerburg player of the game is going to be tonight, Austin. Anybody really stand out to you so far?
I would say Jones, because he was the first person to hit double digits, and he has been such a defensive threat and influential in this game. And there was definitely a boost in the Trojans game once he was able to come back in the third quarter from being in foul trouble.
Definitely a big contrast when he's not on the floor versus when he is in the mix. There's no question about that.
Absolutely.
He's got a dozen. I believe that leads all scorers. So right now, I think our leader for the Player of the Game award is the Trojans. An interesting turnover there. Give it back. But we'd love to hear from you, the fans. Go ahead, weigh in. I'm logged into the Facebook. Let us know who you think tonight's Player of the Game should be. I think Mick Mead, too, played a really nice game for Centerburg. Kind of gets the defensive pressure started for them. He comes out so far defensively, pressuring the guards. Be my top two choices as of now. Still a long way to go. 5:51. Milik got all the way to the cup, off the backboard, misfired. So Centerburg back with possession. Dogs certainly need to get a lot of defensive stops. Turnovers would help. Mead misfires. Jones puts it right back in.
He definitely went up and snagged that one.
He has been a monster on the offensive glass here tonight as Lester drives down the lane. Matches back the other way. Timeout, East Knox. Gives me a quick chance to thank our generous sponsors that allow us to bring our high school broadcast to you live and free here on the OH Report. Webb's Marathon and Automotive, located at 164 East Main Street in Centerburg, offering pay at the pump, gas and diesel. Remax of Centerburg and your hometown agent, Tyler Griffith. Find or list your home by calling 740-625-6000. And Knox Community Hospital, elevating care. Visit kch.org to put your health first. I'm Brian Skronsky, joined by Austin Michael tonight. Making his commentator debut, tracking some stats for us as well. Appreciate everybody out there watching on Facebook and YouTube. Bad pass that time. It's going to give East Knox the basketball under the hoop. Milik, fast shot. He has been off the mark all night from the land of three. Knepp with the fake. He tries one and he'll bury it. East Knox going to need a whole lot more of those if they want to head home to Howard. Victorious tonight, and they got to avoid Jones at the other end doing stuff like that.
There's no doubt he is all Ohio.
He has done it inside, outside, defensively, number 0. Leaving his mark on tonight's game, no question about it. Pulling down a big defensive rebound here too. Though jump ball is the call. Milik got a hand on it. Fighting inside, possession arrow. Will stay with the Trojans. As Lester checks back in, Knepp gonna get a quick breather, and boy, the Bulldogs really need him on the floor. Just 4:33 to go.
Nice.
Milik read that one right there like a linebacker. Woo. Jones swats it out like he's a volleyball player. No chance that time for Steinmetz. Lester to trigger. Johnson jumped in front of that one. So he'll try it all over again from about 5 feet to his left. And Carter Jones checking out. Could be for the last time tonight. And, well, maybe he's just going to go right back in, as he's not even going to take a seat. Coach just wanted to have a quick word with his senior standout. As mentioned, the lone 12th grader on the squad for Centerburg. Mixing a sea of juniors and a few sophomores. Jumper, no good. Second opportunity misfired by Bates. So 2 shots, but no buckets for the Dogs. Starting to run out of opportunities. So we're over halfway through the 4th. 3-ball, no good, but man, the offensive glass has been the friend of the Berg, and Johnson with the stick back this time. Just 33 points for East Knox here tonight. And this is the story right here. Giveaways leading to easy buckets at the other end. This time it's Reynolds. And I think you can pretty much put this in the win column now for Centerburg at this point. Been a huge second half for him.
Absolutely.
Milik takes the bump. He'll head to the line for 2 as Johnson picks up the foul. Sixteenth foul for the Trojans, so it'll be 1-1 the rest of the way for East Knox. But it just has not been their night, and Milik, while he's leading the team right now with 11 points, just hasn't really been that sharp. You know, he's had a lot of open looks tonight, and you expect a little bit more from your stud seniors. So 2 for 2 on this trip, but it's going to be just a little bit too little too late, I think, Austin.
Mm-hmm. If he was able to, you know, slow down with his shot, he'd probably be able to reel in more threes, and I would expect them to not be in such a hole that they are in right now.
Don't have official numbers, but just off the top of my head, and could be crazy, but I think Weston's probably about 0 for 7 from outside tonight. He's attempted a lot of threes, had good looks. I don't question his shot selection. Just has not been his night, and that's a big difference between being still within striking distance right now and this being a blowout, as it is. As Meade's getting loose, Great feed inside, and the finish to Griffith. Biggest lead of the night. 18-point cushion now for Centerburg. Lester trying to cut into that, and he will. Knocks down the triple timeout. East Knox, they want a full. Time certainly the biggest factor now for the Bulldogs, as the home team on top by 15, and been pretty impressed with them so far here tonight. Austin, what's your impressions of Centerburg?
I think that they're definitely the real deal. They came into this game 2-0 and 2-0 in the conference. They definitely have a very high defensive personality. And they also have some offensive threats, with Carter Jones having 17 points already. But, yeah, they play a lot of full court defense, and they really put the pressure on when it's really needed.
Going to go ahead and dive here into the Facebook comment section here. See what the folks out there in Facebook land are saying. And Justin Jacobs questioning a bit why Shane Knepp will go to the bench. And I guess I kind of did too, especially after he just hit that big three a few minutes ago. And Wes McCown says Carson Sox, MVP of the game. And they are some good-looking socks. Is that the style these days with the young kids, Austin? You are a high school kid.
I mean, I always wear cool and weird socks, so I guess it's the style.
Brandon White says Mick Mead should be player of the game, and he definitely would be my second selection tonight. He's been right in the mix. Again, I love what he does defensively up top for them. Kind of establishes their identity. But I think it's got to go to Carter Jones. Jones has been a menace inside on the offensive glass, pulled down a lot of defensive boards too. Probably has a double-double with 17 points, leading all scorers in this game. The All-Ohioan has been everything that I expected. Knepp can't earn a second free throw as he misses the first. Forces Mielik into the foul there. It's his third 16th foul against the Dogs. So the Trojans now will head to the free throw line. All defensive fouls from here on out. And another travel assessed against Centerburg, Landon Griffith. And it's been the same official who's made all the travel calls, I've noticed. Doesn't let these guys get away with much.
Definitely got a keen eye on the game. Make sure everything is fair.
Lester looking to back his way in. Reynolds says he went straight up. Official says otherwise. And so Lester going to try to trim into this deficit with no time coming off the clock. And when I was rambling at halftime and said it's the Christmas season and the time of miracles, I mean, that's certainly about what East Knox is going to need at this point, Austin.
Yeah, a 13-point deficit. Well, I think he just missed the first one. So, but a deficit like this is definitely going to take a miracle for them to get out of it. But, I mean, if they tighten down on their turnovers and, tighten up on their defense, nothing is impossible.
Jones turns the corner. Nice looking feed to Griffith, who travels again, his second in about the last 25 seconds or so. So the Dogs somewhat hanging around if they can bury some threes. At least they're creating the turnovers at the other end. That's what they need. Backdoor cut, Milik. Gonna go to the line, and Griffith certainly didn't appear as though he enjoyed the call. Coach Marefka gonna call a timeout. Try to calm things down here with under 90 ticks to go. The Trojans certainly appear to be en route to a 3-0 start. Big third quarter is what has them out in front here tonight. Remember, folks, it was a tight game at the half. I believe the score is 21-18, and then in that third, all of a sudden it just came undone for the Bulldogs, and most of the credit has to go to Centerburg and their defense.
Defense wins games.
So Milik waiting at the line for his shot at 2 here. And the first one is pure. And Milik 2 for 2. So the deficit down to a dozen. And all Centerburg really has to do at this point is not give it away. Weston Milik diving into the stands nearly came up with an awesome turnover.
He has definitely been putting himself in harm's way this game. Got to give him credit for the effort.
Yeah, he's had the bloody nose here already tonight. I think a little blood dripping out right now, and you know, stud linebacker and tight end for them, so he's not shy of contact. Bulldogs, of course, great football season this year. But looks like they are going to dip down to 1-3 on the season here on the hardwood. Trojans just looking to run things out here. Hall fouled on the perimeter. 4th foul against Milik puts him on the line for a 1-1. Dalton Hall seeking his first score of the night. Won't get it. Milik floater. Nice. Rattles home. Down to a 10-point game. Steinmetz with the pressure. Centerburg breaks it. And Jones with the bucket. All but seals it. 55-43. Looks like the hard screen has Hall shaken up just a little bit. Walking gingerly back the other way as Meade brings it into the forecourt. And the Trojans will hang on here, 55-43. Your final score as Centerburg moves to 3-0. Dogs now 1-3 on the campaign. We'll step away. We'll be back. Have an interview with our player of the game, Carter Jones. That's coming up live and free right after this.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. TAC encourages youth to stand up for themselves and maintain healthy relationships among their peers. TAC empowers members with confidence to use their voice for positive change, enhance their leadership skills, and plan and coordinate events. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
Knox is the third place I have delivered, and hands down, it has been the best.
We're thankful that we received excellent care so close to home.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
You're watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report. We are the future of local sports. Now back to your game.
We are joined now by our RE/MAX Peak Player of the Game, Carter Jones, who had 19 points, and unofficially, I got you for a double-double, probably at least 10 boards here tonight. First, talk to me about just a 3-0 start. You know, you're the lone senior on this team, and what that means to you personally, leading you guys to an undefeated record so far.
I mean, we've been practicing really hard the past few weeks, and we know that our time could be cut short, like with the snap of a finger. So we're trying to go hard as much as possible and just win games. So
took care of business here tonight, and a big part of the reason why your defensive pressure. You mixed it up. You guys ran some, it looked like some 1-2-2 zone in the full court, and then you switch and you go man-to-man and really got after them. How big a part of your success do you think moving forward is that going to be for the season?
Well, defense wins games, and our team, that's our main, that's our essential goal is to D up first, and I think that if we all continue to just play hard defense, and we'll win a lot of games.
And then tell me about the other end, and what do you see your role on this team being? You're a really versatile player. You knocked down a couple threes tonight. You go inside in the post. What overall would you say is your role offensively?
My role, I would say, is just to get buckets when I need to and get my teammates as involved as I can. And then rebound, I get a lot of my points off of offensive rebounds, so just kind of make my presence felt wherever I can.
What's it been like playing during this odd season, of course? I'm sure practices aren't the same as they typically are. Less fans in the stands than normal. Tell me about it so far through your eyes.
Personally, I think it's brought me more appreciation to the game because it can be taken really fast, and just makes me realize that we're really fortunate to have a season because a lot of guys aren't having anything. And I just think it's important that everybody takes advantage of the opportunities that are given to them.
What's next for you guys? Who's next on the calendar for you?
We're at Highland on Friday.
Just quick thoughts on that matchup before we let you get out of here.
It'll be a good game. It's another league game, so they're going to bring their best shot, so we'll have to come out and play hard.
And I guess last question, heading into the season, did you feel as though with the roster that you had, you were amongst the KMAC favorites?
I mean, we got a lot of varsity returners, and everybody, we're a pretty heavy upperclassmen team this year, so we know what we have to do. We have the experience, so we'll see how it plays out.
All right, well, congratulations, Carter Jones with 19 points and probably double-digit rebounds, our player of the game. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, we'll step away one more time. We'll be right back, wrap things up from Centerburg. Stay tuned.
The Teen Advisory Council of Knox County engages youth in activities to prevent violence, underage drinking, and suicide. If you would like to learn more about TAC, visit us at www.tacofknox.org.
Knox Community Hospital welcomes you to our new freestanding birthing center where you can safely labor, deliver, and recover in a state-of-the-art birthing suite.
It was empowering, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring Parker into the world.
Knox Community Hospital, elevating care.
Final score here tonight at Centerburg, 55-43. The Trojans, another winner as they remain undefeated on the season, taking down the Dogs. I'm Brian Skoronsky, joined by Austin Michael, and see that we're covered up here with the shot. I'll take that down real quick. Just give me your assessment of what we saw here tonight on both sides, and what do you take away from this game for both teams?
So what we saw today is, the biggest statement in basketball is defense wins games. The Trojans came out very strong at the beginning, putting a lot of pressure onto East Knox. And, it kind of showed East Knox with their whole team is almost all upperclassmen, but the team chemistry didn't feel like it was there. You had a couple of people pull out ahead, but it was really sloppy with the turnovers. They ended with about 20 turnovers. But we saw here is with Centerburg, they're the real deal. They deserve that 3-0, and that Carter Jones, he definitely deserves that All-Ohio ranking. Basically.
Yeah, he was a monster both inside and out for them and at both ends of the floor. And as you mentioned, the 20-plus turnovers for the Dogs, you're almost never going to win a basketball game if you turn it over that many times, specifically if you're on the road against a team like this. And, I really like what Carter told us about just the expectations. A lot of guys were coming back, and they did feel like they could be a big threat here in the KMAC. They didn't show me anything tonight that would suggest otherwise. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play again. Certainly look forward to Carter developing and continuing to lead this team. And for East Knox, like you mentioned, they do have a lot of upperclassmen. I like the combination of talent, but just the giveaways, the sloppiness of play. It wasn't great for them tonight, but a lot of the credit also has to go to the Trojans.
The Bulldogs, they kind of took some bad shot selections. Melik, he had a couple of threes that he went for that I personally wouldn't have gone for. But if they really slowed down their offense and just tried to take more time off the clock and make sure those passes are actually getting to the cutoff man, I feel like they could come back from this 1 and 2. They could definitely be contenders in the KMAC for sure.
Well, the Dogs do slip to 1 and 3 on the season as Centerburg continues to stay unbeaten. They are at 3-0, and we are the new home of the KMAC. All the schools that have signed up with us, so continue to watch them live and free here on the OH Report. That's going to wrap up our coverage here from the Berg. Once again, your final score, 55-43. The Trojans get it done once again as they are 3-0 on the young season. I'd like to thank our staff here. Max Sinatra running the camera tonight. Adam Thompson always develops our graphics, makes us look good. My name is Brian Skoronsky for Austin Michael, making his commentator debut. Appreciate everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.